Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Last time we were here, we found out Medli is actually the Earth Sage. And in this part, we're going to be taking on the Earth Temple, with Medli's help, if you can really call it that. I'll go into how you can use Medli... I didn't want to check that, I wanted to move out of the way. I'll go into detail about how you can use Medli, what she can do when you begin the dungeon. And also, you won't have to play the Earth God's lyric that many times, like just once in the beginning, once again later on at some random point. And then, actually no, I think only 2 or 3 times, I'm not sure. But I like the dungeon, it's really cool. And I always liked and I like the co-op mechanic, how it's you and someone else. Now, I also went off screen and I decided to fill my magic and get some elixir soup, because elixir soup is pretty handy in this and the next dungeon. I was thinking I could go into the dungeon with double damage, but I didn't feel like it. Now, using Medli, she works basically just like the goddess statues. You can press R to call and then she'll follow you. You can lift her up, and she can fly while holding you. She is one strong bird girl thing. You don't have to worry too much about Medli and enemies, because the enemies don't really care about her, and she of course does not have her own health meter. She can basically have infinite health. Ooh! Whoa. I did not expect that. See, if I had the elixir soup active, it would have made those enemies even bigger jokes. Now, the main thing is, you're gonna have to have... Oh, there's a third moblin. I didn't realize. Where's his lantern? I love it when they don't know where their spears are. It's hilarious. Now, the main thing is you're gonna have to play the command melody many times throughout the dungeon. Have Medli basically get into position, like, to get onto a switch. Oh yeah, that's right, we need to first have Medli take us to... You have to basically jump... She almost never says that piece of dialogue. Well, anyway, I was thinking at first we can just probably have her get onto that ledge up there and then just use Dig Leaf to get up there, but I don't think it actually could work. So, basically... Fly, Medli, fly! Oh my god. She really can go quite a distance. Keep getting the command melody. It's like this game's equivalent of the Song of Time. Because you have to play that a lot of times in Ocarina of Time and in Majora's Mask. So in Majora's Mask, it was the only way to save your game without getting completely screwed over by the game's very, I guess, She never says this either. Now, I think really the main thing about Majora's Mask was its save system. That's why people hate it. I really can't disagree with that. It really is punishing. Because on the GameCube version, it's known to freeze. It has never frozen on me. The N64 version actually has. But since it does that, you can get screwed over so easily. The other thing is, in the Japanese version, they removed some of the owl statues, notably the one on Stone Tower. Yeah, that is very cruel. They actually changed a lot of things up in the Japanese version. I made it a lot harder. But anyway, over here we have a new kind of chew. Dark chews. Now, you can try whatever you want, and basically nothing works. So, you're wondering, okay, how do we deal with them? Well... yeah. The light. It burns! And then you can just smash them. This is also another thing that Medli comes into place with. As you can see there, her harp is actually reflecting the light. Some of you can probably guess what the themes of this dungeon probably will be, if you played the other games, namely Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Just do that, and there's also invisible chests, which can only be revealed by using the lantern. I mean, not the lantern, what the hell am I talking about? The harp. And then these statues here only break when they're shone with light. They sometimes usually contain useless stuff, or nothing at all. Now, as you can guess, the enemies, the chews, will break after some time. Now, what I don't get is why they didn't include the whole using the mirror shield stuff in Twilight Princess, or even, I think, Skyward Sword. There was a mirror shield in A Link to the Past, but it was just an upgrade shield that really, all it did was shield you from attacks that the red shield wouldn't. It was basically kind of useless, and it was huge. I don't know how Link can hold that and a sword at the same time. It looks so much bigger than him. And random red chew that decided not to spawn. I was wondering why the gates didn't open. So we have the teleportation pod right here. And unlike the other first ones, you actually have to go off your way to get that open. There's a dungeon map here, which is always pretty good. But I don't know why Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess ditched the mirror shield concept. Twilight Princess, you just get your final shield, like, after the second dungeon. I don't know when you get the Hylian shield in Skyward Sword, but I think pretty late. Wow. I don't know how, but you got dazed from that. Now, over here, we have a mist that when you touch, will not let you use your sword, your boomerang, or anything. Even the Wind Waker for some reason. You can either get rid of it with the Deku Leaf's Gusts, or you could get rid of it with Light. Yeah, Nintendo really went all with the whole theme of light in the darkness. Or whatever. As you can see there is... It's kind of hard to see, but that door is locked. So we're gonna have to go in here. What would a Zelda game be without the bubbles? As you can see there, that bubble is actually not paying any attention to Medli whatsoever. there is only one enemy that actually will go out of its way to get Medli. Now here, let's put Medli just down there. I actually forgot what that room looks like. Oh. Now as you can see here, we can't come in here without Medli. But we also can't reflect the light, so you can all guess what the item of the dungeon probably is. The ward here, I don't recall. I think it's a joy pendant. Why is Medli at the entrance? Maybe she just decides to take a walk or something. So we're gonna throw Medli, and we're gonna have to call some light, and that'll contain a small key. And have her... This is really going to become kind of tedious. I like the concept, but it's just so annoying to just play it over and over, get her into position. There's a I didn't want you to fly, Medli. There's a puzzle that requires you to do this over and over again, and it is real pain. Now, whatever you do, do not leave Medli outside the light. You're gonna find out why. Actually, it doesn't really matter, but... well, you'll see why it may matter. Floor Masters spawn. Now, the thing is... whoa! Jeez. They, like... oh, pretty much every other enemy cannot go into the light. And that thing can't even do anything to Medli. Now, they will try to grab her, but since she's in the light, I have nothing to worry about. If they do, she will spawn in the room outside of here. It'll become a pain later on because you're gonna go deeper and deeper into it, and then if she gets captured, you're like gonna be screwed because you're gonna probably need her. Whenever there are Floor Masters, that means you usually need something with Medli. So you'll basically have to go all the way back outside, like outside this room, and then come back down, and then... she gets stuck up in there, but I don't know why she just can't fly out. It's like, why? Is there really any point for her not flying out? Is she that lazy? Or does she just want Link to come and save her? And of course, freaking Choose gave nothing. Hey. Actually, I think I could just throw Medli in there and she'll probably land in the light. Exactly. Oh, nice, it did work. And I hit the tube by mistake. I think Medli unintentionally turned... that was close. A chew into stone. Well, that's counterproductive. Use a magic, get more magic. Now, as you can see here, we are, of course, going to have to put the chew down. You could also put another chew there, but it's better just to have Medli. And of course, Medli isn't strong enough to push this thing. Only Link is strong enough. He is clearly the strongest. Actually, wait, is there even a point to pushing the block? Because you can just have Medli come up here. The door didn't have to be locked. I'm not even gonna question it. Of course, it's not hitting the okay, now it hits a chew. I'm only killing him because I'm basically gonna kill everything in my path. That is a lot of chew jelly, I have to admit. Medli looks so lifeless back there. And either that is so bored. I would say this is probably the most pointless puzzle, if you can even call it that, in the dungeon. Maybe even game. Then again, it's Nintendo, so I'm not gonna question it. You don't have to worry about getting caught by a floor master yourself, because you won't get too separate from Medli yourself. Probably just send one room back, and they won't go after Medli while you're away. I don't know why, but I guess they're just being nice like that. So push this. And we're gonna have to control Medli again, and have her break that statue. And there's another teleportation pop back there. Yeah, this is good. This is the main thing of the two dungeons. I really like the concept, but just playing it over and over is kind of a pain. Actually, there's something I want to try here. You'll see when I do it. So, we're first gonna want to get rid of these. I don't think you're gonna have to... Is there a point even having that upper part of the wall being breakable? Oh, Nintendo. I don't get you people. So, I'm gonna place Medli over here. This may or may not work. I'm hoping it does. I'm actually gonna try and see if it's possible to kill Medli with this method. I know I'm such a prick, but I really want to know. I saw a joke video. I'm not sure if it actually worked or if it was just... I don't know. Let's see. What the hell? Come on. The fuck? What? I just pushed a block into her. I crushed her in between the wall. She just brushed it off like it was no one's business. I've never actually done it before. I saw in a video. And then they edited in a fake scream of pain. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day. Medli really is invincible. She's even stronger than probably Kratos and other badass video game protagonists or anti-protagonist heroes. I'll be damned. I'm surprised that did not hurt her or even cause me to restart the whole room. Or something. Because Link can actually get crushed by blocks. And if that happens, you have to basically restart the whole room. But Medli, apparently that possibility does not exist. It's like how Ashley cannot be decapitated by chainsaw knives in Resident Evil 4. We have a new enemy in this room, which is basically a staple of Zelda games and of undead-based dungeons. See those ghosts with the lanterns? Those are Poes. Poes in this game are very different. Now, you see there, they are basically actual ghosts this time. Basically, you actually cannot hurt them until you shine enough light onto them, when it becomes solid. If they lose their lantern, they will basically stop trying to attack them, and they'll try and possess the Link, where they reverse your controls. Like, it's kind of annoying, really, if anything else. I love the way they run about. Whoa. Come on, get over here, Poe. Ah, damn it, I didn't want to use the fairy! Forgot I had it equipped. And for a second I thought that Moblin somehow did not get hit. Poes really are not a problem, honestly. I want to see if I can do this. Okay, that was not needed, but I want to do anyway. As you can see, there is yet another wall we can break with the light, but, well, the light's up there and we don't have any way to reflect it ourselves. So, I think you can all really guess what the item dungeon's gonna be. It was kind of obvious at this point. And I'm gonna take a guess and assume that is a freaking joy pendant. Of course! Miyamoto has a joy pendant fetish. I am now officially convinced he has a joy pendant fetish. You can actually just leave Medli in this room because the next few rooms, the one there and the one there, are enemy rooms. We don't really need it for anything. And the next room has probably everyone's least favorite enemy. So we have a couple of crypts in here. Actually, 5. I have no clue what that symbol is, but... well, it's an undead dungeon, so what do you expect? Now here we have the small key. And that's a funny angle. But guess what else? This is the game's equivalent of 3 Deads. These might just be the creepiest incarnations of them I've ever seen. They look Egyptian to me for some reason. Probably due to their earrings, their face and stuff, the markings, and the fact that they're in crypts. I don't know, but there are no Giddos. They have their scream and stuff, and... oh, God. Now, people are convinced that Reddit... oh, there's nothing in there. People are convinced that Reddit's an Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. They actually eat their own comrades' dead corpses. I don't know. I've never seen that. Now, one thing I never got is that Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee, claims that if Ritas are on fire, they will actually run after you and chase you. That is not true. Maybe that's true in Melee, but that's not true in the actual games. As you saw, I lit this one on fire, moved a bit quicker. I don't know. Reddits really are probably the creepiest enemies in the Zelda games. I was actually kind of scared of them when I was a little kid after I heard their screams. And how they attack Link. Why, Nintendo? So, Medli, I believe, yeah, she's at the entrance. I don't know why Gibdos are in this game, but Reddit and Twilight Princess are probably at their easiest because they do the scream and then they attack you with a sword, but it's really easy to avoid. It's not even that hard. They do give out a lot of rupees, though, in this game and Twilight Princess. And once again, we have another fan favorite. Well, staple maybe. Stalfos. This game's equivalent is... questionably easier. Not really that hard to deal with, in my honest opinion. And this is why I decided to use the elixir suit, because it makes an absolute joke of them. And what I recommend is that you daze them with the boomerang, get some hits in, and then you repeat. They really aren't that hard to deal with, even there are 2 of them, and later 3 of them, maybe 4 of them at some point. But once they start spinning around, then they become kind of a problem. Oh god. Like that. I also think the arrows don't really do that much damage. The other thing you want to be careful of is how their body parts will break off. Since sometimes they can either have... Oh, God! I lost my elixir suit, because sometimes, like, their upper body can be separate, and then their pelvis can be one part as well. They really aren't that hard to do, as you can see here. But it's actually rare if they split up into 2 halves, their pelvis and then their upper body. I've had that happen only like twice, maybe, in all my playthroughs. The weapons really aren't that much special, as you can see. I don't know, really it's questionable if they're harder or easier. I'd say maybe easier than in Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time, they do 2 hearts of damage. And we have the mirror shield. I really like this one's design. It looks pretty cool, I have to admit. I like the silver and blue lining. It's a happy sun. Isn't that cute? At least it's not that sun enemy from Mario Bros. 3. Which I have no clue what its name is. Now, I believe Minish Cap was technically the last Zelda game to ever feature a mirror shield. Minish Cap's mirror shield is the only one you could actually get after the main quest. It was an optional item. All it did was really just reflect tags. That was really it. You had no other use for it. So leave that there, and... Wait, where did you come from? Oh, I forgot about you. He killed him! Wow. He actually killed the other one for me. Thanks. Actually, maybe I could show what happens when you get possessed by a Poe. Let me show right here. What the? You get that mask, and once you go into the light, or maybe not. Yeah, sometimes when you go into the light, they then automatically disappear. They're really not a problem. These are probably the least threatening Poes in the series. So basically the main gimmick of the dungeon is taking control of Medli, or using the mirror shield to reflect light, or basically doing both, which really can become a pain. It can also be a pain to sometimes align the light with Medli so that you can have it work with yourself. With Link, I mean. Because sometimes it just won't reflect properly. Now I was gonna go back to the main room and show off basically show what was in that room we couldn't really do much in, that we had to leave Medli behind in order to enter. But we are gonna be going back to that room anyway. Or basically near it anyway, when we're done. And lots of rupees. Very nice. Probably near maybe 50 or so. Oh wait, we already are back in it. Never mind. Wow, that girl sure can fly. Oh, damn it, the Floor Masters are back. I completely forgot. This may not be a bad idea. Okay. So we're gonna leave Medli here. Dramatic camera angle every time something is destroyed by the power of light. Miyamoto, I hate you sometimes. Frickin' joy pen fetish. Oh wow, he really didn't. I thought he was gonna actually grab her while I was getting back here. Makes my life easier. This room really did make it kind of obvious that you were going to be getting your own mirror shield. That looks creepy. I have to admit. I wonder what's in there. Ooh, yellow ruby. I do think we're actually coming up on the Tangle statue pretty soon. It might be in the next room, I think. And also, in case you're wondering, no, you can't call Medli and then just go into the next room and hope she'll follow. You have to carry her into it. I don't know sometimes. I just don't. And here we have blue bubbles. Unlike fire bubbles, you have to get rid of their smoke in order to actually damage them. Otherwise, your attacks just reflect.